Okay, here's a look at two more old masterpiece figures that I intend to transform into alt mode and keep in alt mode. So as you can see, this is the MP-10 Optimus Prime. Here, the more brighter color is the Hasbro version, and here the more darker, which I think is more cartoon accurate color, at least from season 1 by Takara Tomy. So first, since I'm recording all this just for reference, let me just share a little history of it as I kind of go through a little bit of the figure. First, let's take a close-up look at that head, the Hasbro version with the nice baby blue painted eyes. But anyways, what I wanted to say, which probably you already know, that when this figure came out, this was a highly sought out figure, and you know, it's that whole toy hunting thing back in the day where people were hunting for this figure in the stores, and then some people were actually fighting over it when they found it. But just a little history for me is that my mom actually got me 4 of these. She went to Toys R Us in Montebello, California, and she found 2 of them and got it. And then I don't know how long after that, but then she got me 2 more. So I ended up getting 4 of these. Wow. So this is one of the 4. And I do remember selling one of them to, you know, one of my Transformer collectors friend, Dave Sanchez, for like $120 or something at the Target in Rosemead. So yeah, just wanted to share that. And then one of them I did give away to my friend who got all my old masterpiece figures, which I'm having to rebuy some of them for his birthday. I gave him a brand new mint and sealed box, Hasbro MP-10 Optimus Prime for his birthday. And then actually, as I'm saying that, I don't even remember what I did with that 4th one. I must have sold it. But anyways, then this one, the Takara version, I actually like a lot of the old masterpiece figures. I bought 2 of them, and I do remember selling one of them, a brand new mint and sealed box one, to somebody. I don't remember. And that's because I had the Hasbro version, so I only needed to have one. But anyways, here's just a closer look at this one, and you could see the darker color. And this was one of the issues, is the eyes are so dark you cannot see here his eyes. And that's one reason why I kind of brought this out. This is actually the original head, and you can't tell, but it almost looks the same. And this head is by Shadow Fisher, the upgrade set from Shadow Fisher. And this one has the head, light up eyes, and the light up matrix, which is really cool. I don't know if that QR code works, but anyways, this is that. And I just thought I'd show this off because I was able to find batteries, and this is interesting. The batteries that came with the Legend Scaled Metroplex, one of them, well, actually, the batteries are the same here for this one. So I just reinstalled this, and it works. And now I'm going to show this off, and you could see, wow, that looks so cool. That is so awesome. So yeah, if I'm going to transform this into alt mode, yeah, I might as well show this off and, you know, just appreciate this figure in robot mode like this. But also the other cool feature showing you off is the light up matrix. And Here you could see they gave you a matrix. Push in one side, lift up the other, and carefully pull this out. And this is not die cast like it originally came with the original version. And you could see the little transparent blue switch here. Look at that. That is so cool. And you could put it back in here. Let's light up his eyes as well. And you could see, dang, this looks so freaking awesome. Wow. Yeah, and it's I gotta record as much as I can, because if I'm gonna transform this into alt mode, I'm not gonna have a chance to see this unless I transform it again. But that's a look at that. And since I brought out the matrix, let's compare the matrix with the original retail version so you could see. And this is a little hard to open up that panel here. Let's see if it'll go a little easy on me. Help me to open this up without struggling. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get in there. But yeah, the original matrix is die cast, and I really want to show that off. It's just, maybe this is what happens when it's an old figure that hasn't been played with in a while, or maybe it's just the way that this was designed, not too good, because there are no panel gaps to be able to get it out, but I got it. So now you could see here, let's bring this out, push in one side, lift up the other, and here is the original, which is really cool in itself because it's die cast, it's painted, has that nice transparent blue. But let's compare it here with this one, which is plastic but has the light up features. And so I just wanted to do that just so you could see the difference. This is nicely painted also. So yeah, it's really subjective. Basically, you know, which one you think is better. And I could tell you, I actually like both of them. I think they're really cool. But anyways, I didn't really want to get all into that. I just wanted to share a little history first, and then show off one of the cool features that I have with one of them by Shadow Fisher, which is really cool. So now let's just kind of go over the figure. So obviously one's Hasbro, one's Takara. The Hasbro version is a lighter color. The Takara version is a little darker. And Takara usually try to stay consistent with the cartoon. So they do things like Takara version of Roller is gray like in the cartoon. Hasbro version is blue like the toy. So just little differences like that throughout this figure. But more importantly, this is an old masterpiece figure. So, you know, I could point out every little single detail, but typical old style masterpiece. They have all this extra sculpted detail. It's even a little stylized. You could see his grill here. They're not like straight across. They're kind of like at an angle. All this extra sculpted detail. Even some transparent plastic to give it kind of like that premium look. The details here is not cartoon accurate. These also should not be painted, and the feet, the shape of the feet are not correct. But yeah, that's just what you get with the old masterpiece figures. I mean, that's just the style and aesthetic at that time. And just to give you a comparison, let's bring out the is this the MP-44 or something? But yeah, you could see how the design trend has changed now to more toon aesthetics. So this is very cartoon accurate, and so I can just go over everything that I was just pointing out. So you could see the difference. Now this time let's compare it with the Takara version, and you could see what I was telling you. Like here you could see the shoulders, they don't have all that extra sculpted detail. And here his waist, you could see it's kind of like a more muscular with, you know, kind of like a upper and lower half. And here this is cartoon accurate, it's just that one angle. You could see the grill is just going straight across as opposed to angled up, angled down. I never really liked how they painted the details on the forearm, and here you could see they did something interesting here. They used the transparent red, so just to kind of show the little detail, but without drawing a lot of attention by coloring it yellow. And then the legs, that's where I was telling you, this is cartoon accurate detail. This is not. You could see the shins here, they're not painted, and the feet, the shape of the feet, I told you. So I could go on and on because that's me. I'm very detailed, and I'm very aware of all of the details. So main thing is I just wanted to point out the difference between the old and the new. But this is about the old figures. So now that we just kind of got to look at the old figures, and you just have to go back in time with me so you can appreciate this for what this figure is and what it was at that time. Because when I'm going back and looking at these two figures are still really awesome. I mean, they have a good amount of articulation. It doesn't have the butterfly joint like the new version does, but yeah, you still get a good amount of articulation in it. The design at that time was different too. I mean, this isn't very stable feet here. And I know one of the complaints people had was he's long Optimus Primal forearms. I mean, look at that. It comes down past his crotch there. So what I like to do is I like to just push it up and then just bring it down like maybe 1/8 of an inch. And that looks a little bit proportionately better. But anyways, I am really rambling on and on because I just wanted to share all my thoughts on these figures because this is really cool. And I think I'll just leave it with that because I just want to touch on the trailer just really quick. Yeah, there's nothing special or different about the trailer other than, you know, Hasbro's the lighter color, Takara is the darker color, which I think is blue. And I am going to transform it, so we'll get to see what it looks like in alt mode. But let me first point out, it's nice. It really resembles the G1 toy, which is what I'm, you know, intending to do with this. Keep it in alt mode to resemble the G1 toy. But I'll tell you, I never really liked the blue stripe. Why? I mean, you should know the answer to that. It's because I like more the cartoon accuracy. So here's just the difference between the two. So one is the toy version, one is the more toon version. And that's why this is going to be transformed into alt mode and stay like that. And I don't need to go over all of these things, but obviously you get all these little cool features, and this can carry the trailer. You get the accessory, the battle axe, and here I did want to point out this. The way they handled the little figure is so much better than the way they handled the new one. Because this one, you have to be super careful and delicate with it. Otherwise, you're going to easily pop off one of the limbs. And so just showing you the difference here. But the cool thing about this is it has Well, as I said that, that's what I said. His leg's gone. His leg came off. Yeah, they have the little magnet, so you know they can make it so that these can attach to certain areas on the trailer. And yeah, I'm glad this is happening, so this can just validate what I'm saying about how this, even though this is a newer version of it, it's really poorly designed, not really good, and that's why you have to be really careful. And I don't know if I brought it, but yeah, the Dr. Wu version is so much better. I didn't bring it out here, but you know, they even painted the eyes and stuff. So just giving you just the difference between the three. The new version's not so good. The older version is better than the new version, and the Dr. Wu is the best of all three. That's my point. But anyways, that's a look at the trailer. And so now, after all my rambling, sharing just some of my thoughts, it's time to transform these guys into their alt mode, because this is how they are going to stay. Actually, I'm not sure if both of them, I don't know, because I like the light up features from the Shadow Fisher upgrade set, I may just want to keep this on display because this is really cool. Yeah, so I'm glad I got that. Shadow Fisher did give other upgrades for like the arms and stuff. I think it's to fix those long Optimus Primal arms. But yeah, this is so cool. This is yeah, it's an old masterpiece figure, but this is holding up really nicely. And it doesn't meet the current trending toon aesthetics, but you could see the difference here. This is still just as good in my opinion. But anyways, it's now time to transform them into alt mode and take a look at that. Okay, here's a look at the old masterpiece MP-10 Optimus Prime in his truck mode. And first, let me just tell you, this is not a review. I'm basically just going over the old masterpiece figures and looking over the aesthetics and design at that time, because I intend to have all of my old masterpiece figures kept in alt mode like this. So, you know, I'm not really going over all of the features and accessories and stuff, but you can see I'm just showing you a little bit. I mean, it's kind of cool that it could do this thing, the trailer, and you could put stuff in the trailer. Oh yeah, you could put some of the old masterpiece figures in here as well, which I think is really cool. But the main thing is just going over like all of the little details here, such as the transparent plastic for the rear lights here, the details of the bumper here, the up here you can even see the doors, how nicely sculpted and detailed it is. This is really nice. Plus, you know, I said I don't really like the blue stripe because it's not cartoon accurate, but because this does represent the G1, you know, I can appreciate it for that, and all the nice sculpted detail here. Even the truck, this is probably the most important part, with all of the details here, like the side view mirrors, the windshield wipers. This also I never really liked because it's not cartoon accurate, especially in robot mode. But you know, the G1 toy and more realistic, I mean, it's there and it looks really nice. Here you could see the nice chrome plated grill or bumper, really nice. The headlights, I think that would have been cool if they put some transparent plastic in there. Autobot symbol. So yeah, this is really cool, and this is how he's going to stay. And yeah, this is really, really nice. And now let's bring this out. The G1, or this is the I forgot what this is, but this is a anniversary special with the anime color tinted windows, or the transparent blue windows. So yeah, you can see, you can't really get a good view here. Let's see if I could do it this way. Come up here and you could see. Yeah, so ultimately this is what I'm trying to achieve here. I'm trying to get a masterpiece version of the original G1 that represents a more realistic look to the vehicle. So yeah, this is perfect. This is really nice. And again, this is not a review, so I'm not going over it, but I will share something since I did bring this out. I am not going to get the missing link. I initially was going to, and I had it on pre-order, but I canceled it. Yeah, and maybe I want to make videos sharing my opinions about it, because maybe it might help some people. So let me first just tell you that it's not really the money or so much, because you know, you don't want to be needlessly spending money left and right on stuff that you're not really going to use very often. It's good to save your money for like vacations, or you know, other things that you might want to use the money for. Because when it comes to collecting toys and stuff, okay, so first of all, there's too much. I have too much in my collection as far as Transformer figure goes. And the issue with buying more, even as cool as they are, yeah, I don't have the time to really play with them and enjoy all these figures. So it's really, for me, you know, it's like spending money that I'm going to end up wasting. So I'm not really getting much value out of, you know, buying stuff. So unless I'm buying stuff to, you know, complete my collection, that's different. So just buying random novelty, specialty items like that, I think they're really cool. It's just, yeah, it's what am I going to do with it? And I did this because so I could kind of show you, it doesn't look much different. The only difference is really just the articulation, and the articulation doesn't do enough for me to really make it more special than this. It's because, you know, when you stand it upright, it's going to look almost the same thing. So, yeah, I don't want to ruin it for anyone else who's interested in getting it, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. That's why I'm not getting it, because it's like I'm gonna get another figure that doesn't really fit into my collection. Masterpiece, Legends, Magic Square, New Age, mainline retail. It's just a special novelty figure celebrating 40 years of Transformers. But, you know, I'm not really going to display it. I'm not really going to play with it. So, yeah, basically that's why I'm passing on the missing link. But anyways, back to this. You could see, again, this is cool. The old MP-10 Masterpiece Optimus Prime. This is awesome. And let me just bring this up. I did not transform the new MP, is it 44? But you could see the comparison with the trailer. And if I can get this stand out, and you could see one's more cartoon aesthetic, and you could see the old one is more based off the original G1 toy. And you know, I see it differently now. I actually like both of them. This is my preference. I really like the toon aesthetics. I like how it feels like it just popped out of the cartoon. But now that I've been transforming all the old Masterpiece figures and can see how they're basically Masterpiece versions of the original G1, yeah, I could appreciate these figures like that. And so that's it. I'm going to end with that this is how the MP-10 old Masterpiece Optimus Prime is going to stay. And you can see this looks really great. And hopefully you'll stay till when I eventually get to the final episode, because then you could see all of them together in their alt mode. It's like transform and roll out. It's so awesome. These guys, man, there's just something that looks so cool about these, even though they're not in that toon aesthetics. But anyways, that's it. This is a look at the old Masterpiece MP-10 Optimus Prime.
Both subjects identical. Therefore, both are Optimus Prime.
But there can only be one real Prime. We've got to set up some tests of our own.
I welcome the challenge.